Hey. You ain't shit because I'm really cold. Oh, my stomach is so hard right now. Oh, babe. It's so cold. It's so cold. It's so cold. Wait, can I turn?
It's all 179. You got what you want.
That's what I need.
Ah!
That's what I need.
Woo! You got what you want there, boy.
Damn right. Let's go. It's so cold. It's so cold, man.
Oh, you want to get out?
I know.
Hey, it's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire, Baxter Boxing. Nah, man, my boy, Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, man, is chilling with his girl, man. You guys seen the video, man. And he's chilling with his girl, man, in a cryogenic. It's like an ice therapy type thing where it rejuvenates you, man. It's supposed to help with muscle recovery. And, you know, Deontay Wilder's having fun, man. He's having a blast. He's in high spirits. Now, the wild thing is, man, in boxing, people kept talking about how after the Tyson Fury loss, people were concerned about Deontay Wilder, how he's extremely depressed. And, you know, people were just pulling shit out their ass, man. They're pulling stuff out their butt because Deontay Wilder, you know, no one really reached out to him. People were just making assumptions based on how they feel instead of reaching out to him, right? These are media members putting this stuff out, right? These are articles written by the media members. And when Deontay Wilder went to a press conference, you know, he had his headphones on. And I think Deontay Wilder was making a statement doing that because, you know, basically Deontay Wilder's like, hey, I don't see you, I don't hear you, because when I lost the fight, you could have reached out to me, you could have talked to me, but instead of talking to me, you just made some stuff up. So I'm gonna return a favor. And the media didn't like that too much. They're talking about how, oh, we came to see you talk and we came to see you do A, B, and C, and you didn't say anything. Yeah, well, because, you know, when I wasn't saying anything to no, or when I lost the fight, no one reached out to me, and people were just making up stories based on assumptions and not really reaching out to me, telling me how I really feel, you know, which was extremely disrespectful for Deontay Wilder. Because I understand this, you know, boxing, you know, Deontay Wilder dedicated his life to sport boxing, and that's a craft that he honed. You know, whether you like it or not, you know, he dedicated his life to it. Therefore, when he takes a L for the first time in his career, you know, making assumptions of how he feels without reaching out to the guy, it's disrespectful because, you know, you basically painted Deontay Wilder in a weak state by saying he's depressed and he's this and that. You know, Deontay Wilder is not Tyson Fury. Let's just say that right now. He's not Tyson Fury. He's not going to be depressed. He's not looking for sympathy. He's not saying, hey, guys, I'm down and out. You know, I'm depressed and feel sorry for me. That's not Deontay Wilder. He's a whole different kind of animal. Deontay Wilder is the Bronze Bomber. He wants revenge. He wants payback. He wants it paid back in blood. You know, you see Deontay Wilder all the time saying hashtag back in blood, hashtag redemption, hashtag, you know, retaliation. Deontay Wilder is a different kind of animal. He is not looking for sympathy. He's looking for revenge. He's looking to get it paid back in blood, right? Deontay Wilder was saying things like, you know, boxing's a license to kill. If I want to fight someone in the ring and I happen to kill them, well, I was licensed to do so I can do that, as long as it's in the means of boxing. If I knock you out so bad that you happen to pass, you die, that's just what it is in boxing, right? Deontay Wilder came out on PBC and said that, and they put it on TV because it's true. They put it on TV because it's true. He says it a lot, you know. So Deontay Wilder, man, he's in good spirits, man. He's with his girl. He's chilling right now. He's living it up, you know. And Deontay Wilder has a fun side too, but people get it misconstrued that, yeah, man, the guy is a fun guy. He's a loving guy, but you know, he's still a knockout artist with the highest knockout percentage in boxing history. And you know, you have guys like George Foreman, you know, one of the hardest hitters in boxing history, if not the hardest hitter in boxing history outside of Deontay Wilder, you know. And you know, Evander Holyfield saying this guy is different. We've never seen anything like him before. He's definitely one of the hardest punchers in boxing history, if not the hardest puncher, right? They came out and already said it. So, you know, it's wild, man. You see legends of the sport, man, still alive, still have their, you know, cognitive, you know, going on. They can still speak. They can still have an intellectual conversation. When you have people like the Holyfields, the Foremans, still talking, you know, it's a blessing for sure. You know, it seems like, you know, different kind of era, you know, when they're fighting, when they're fighting, you know, but they're still alive and they can weigh in, and they're legends to be respected. Lennox Lewis's, you know, people respect when these fighters commentate over these, you know, self-proclaimed boxing, you know, intellectuals, you know, like Jim Lampley's, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The people respect boxers more when they get in the ring, and then after they did their time fighting and making a legacy for themselves, they respect that guy more talking about boxing than some, like I said, quote unquote expert. So that being said, man, you know, a lot of the old greats already weighed in on Deontay Wilder, and they think he's the next guy coming up. He's that guy. So we're gonna see how this whole thing plays out with Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, man. The fight has been delayed. Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. The thing is, with Deontay Wilder in this whole situation, they're saying, Malik Scott, his new trainer, is saying that the synergy between the two fighters, him and Deontay Wilder, is only gonna get more in sync as the training will continue. I believe Deontay Wilder restarted his training camp today. He took a little break, and now he's back at it again. And you know, they're only going to get more synergetic. Deontay Wilder already talked about before, he already had 3 training camps, and now this is 4th one with this whole, you know, Tyson Fury debacle, delaying the fight because he has quote unquote COVID-19, even though he's running around with no mask. Wild stuff, man. Never seen anything like it, never heard anything like it. And you know, I'm surprised the guy's not in jail for running around with, apparently he has a Delta strain COVID with no mask in Vegas. I mean, that's insane. I was just there not too long ago. You can affect thousands of people. Everything is compact there. People move in groups, big, massive groups. People is just like, you know, it's easy to spread anything there in Vegas because that's just the nature of it. Everyone's compact, right? Everyone's moving in big groups to get to point A to point B. So that being said, you know, Tyson Fury is supposed to be being in the house by yourself, right? He's supposed to be doing that for 2 weeks, but as soon as it came out, he was still out and about taking pictures, no mask, all that stuff. So there's just a lot of questionable stuff going around Tyson Fury right now, and in the long run, I think this is going to bite Tyson Fury. You know, only thing you're doing is making Deontay Wilder his athletic peak. Deontay Wilder has always been a fighter who has a lean build to him, the basketball type build, and the more you give time Deontay Wilder to train, the worse it gets. You know, the guy's getting like a 6-pack going. I mean, you know, obviously he's working on his legs. I've seen him doing treadmill, things like that. You know, some people are obsessed with Deontay Wilder's legs, but if you've watched Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world, fastest man alive, the guy doesn't have big, you know, swole, you know, clenbuterol meat cow legs. You know, they're not all swollen and veiny and everything. He has a long, lean build to him. That's how they look at their peak. You know, people assume that your legs have to look like, you know, they've been doing squats all day and have veins popping out of it to make it powerful. You know, the aesthetic look. That's just not what it is, man. People can have strong legs and it just don't look strong, but they are. But Deontay Wilder's definitely working on his cardio for sure. I've seen him doing a lot of jogging, and yeah, man, he's definitely ready for his fight, man. So let me know how you guys feel about it, though. I thought I'd talk about it, man. Deontay Wilder is definitely in high spirits. He's feeling good, and you know, he's chilling with his girl, man. Let me know how you guys feel about it, though. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geobasket Empire. Peace. Geobasket Empire. Peace.